if you want to succeed with your podcast, that means growing your audience, monetizing, making money. I can tell you right now, because I have been podcasting for a long time. I've worked with thousands of podcasters who all tell me they're either succeeding or they're failing. And you might think that you're succeeding, you might think you're failing, but if you are failing in your own mind, let's find out why. First of all, I want to know in the comments why you think you're failing. What does failure mean to you? If you're succeeding, what does that mean to you also? So really important, I want to go over the reasons in this free masterclass why you might not be succeeding with your podcast. This is very important. And I heard a lot of reasons why people don't succeed. But I do want to hear in the comments. Now, you can also thumb up this video and hit the like button. I just want to know, what you think is not succeeding with your podcast. But I can tell you from working over the years with thousands of podcasters, the most popular reasons why people might not be succeeding is because they're not growing their audience, or the audience is not leaving comments on their episodes, or they're not making money. Those are the three biggest reasons why people fail and why they keep telling me. Okay, again, let's go over this. So number one, they're not making money. Number two, they are not growing their audience. And number three, the audience is not engaging. Now, if this is you, I'm going to show you in this free masterclass how to fix that. We're going to go over so many ways to succeed with your podcast, make money, grow, get on Google. But okay, so let's talk about these. Now, the most important thing right now is getting the engagement. Nothing else matters. Stop worrying about making money. If you are getting the engagement on your podcast, you are not failing. Okay? What does engagement actually mean? Engagement means people are interacting with you and your podcast in general, as well as your podcast episodes. Remember, we have to talk about podcast episodes too. This is really important. It's not about your podcast. Maybe engagement means you're not getting downloads or listens, or your analytics are not showing how well you're doing, that you're just not doing very well. Well, there are a lot of reasons why you might not be getting the engagement. And I'm going to go over that in the next couple of videos, but let me give you some quick tips. First of all, if you want to get downloads, you have to make your podcast binge-worthy. Binge-worthy means having people watch episode, not one episode and they're gone. Okay? How do you do that? Well, you can tell people, check out the next episode. So if you got one person who's listening to your podcast and that person doesn't go on to your other episodes, it's a possibility that you might not be getting the engagement because you're not telling people. You need to tell people that this episode continues in the next episode, and that episode continues in the next one. You need to get people to chain watch. Okay, binge watch, chain watch. That's really important. Now, if people don't know that your episodes are chained, they're not going to binge. Okay, they're not going to binge watch. They're not going to binge listen. It's really important. You have to give people a call to action. Tell people, like my podcast, follow my podcast, subscribe. People need to be led. They need to be asked what to do. If they're not asked what to do, they're going to do whatever they want willy-nilly, and they're never going to follow your podcast. I tell everybody in my podcast, become a successful podcaster. Watch the next episode. Listen to the next episode. This is really important because if you are not, then you're going to get no engagement. Call to action is really, really important. So I want everyone to know that. And that's a big thing right there. Now, also, if you want to grow, you need to figure out what the pain points are of your audience. That's a really great reason why people might not be succeeding with their podcast. The most successful podcasts are the ones that know the pain points of their audience. And you can only know that through market research. I'm going to show you all this in this free masterclass. But it's really important to know that when if your audience is not engaging, I mean, you could podcast, you can talk in the audio or talk in the video. If you're not getting the comments, you're not getting people appreciating your podcast, you're not getting the reviews, then you're not going to succeed. That success starts with engagement. And that also includes social media algorithms, okay? You probably heard this from a couple of people. Maybe you haven't heard this. The algorithms on social media are really important because they'll push your video out if you get more engagement. So if you want to succeed and you're on social media, it's really important to start getting the engagement and telling people that they need to follow you, they need to leave a comment, they need to do whatever it takes for the algorithm of anywhere, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, to show those social media algorithms that you are worthy of being pushed out. Then you get more and more and more subscribers. And then when you get them in, you will tell them to follow you, subscribe, and listen to your next episode or watch if they're on your video podcast. Now, I know this confuses a lot of people. And I mean, it's fun to podcast. It's easy to podcast, but it's not fun. It's not easy to succeed. And we want you to succeed. So success starts with engagement. Remember this. It's really important. I'll talk more about that in the next video, okay? So the next video will be success and how to get people to engage. Now, the next reason you might not be succeeding is because your audience is not growing. And that kind of goes back to the engagement and the algorithm of social media. You want the algorithm to start pushing your podcast. If it's not going to, you're not going to get very far. Now, Spotify has a very strong algorithm, and so does Apple. When you get more listens and more, now we got to talk about a download as well, but a download and the listen are technically the same thing. Nobody really downloads your podcast. They just hit the play button. And then all of a sudden, we're calling that a download. Download is when you take a file and you put it down on your computer from the internet. That's not what happens with most podcasts. Most podcasts are listened to, not downloaded. But that's okay. You can tell people, listen to my next episode. And when you do that, they're going to get the engagement, you're going to get the engagement, and you're going to get more followers, more subscribers that way. Now, also, I'm going to talk about the show notes in the episode in future episodes, on future lessons of this free masterclass. But I'll tell you right now, the title is really important, okay? If you don't have an engaging title, you're not going to get people to listen to your podcast, and you're not going to grow. I have a whole lesson coming up on the title, because remember, the title is more important than the actual podcast content. Why do I say that? Because no one has listened to your podcast or watched it yet. The title gets them in. It makes them click that link, and it makes them click the play button. If they don't have a title that engages them, you're not going to get the content, and you're not going to grow, and you're not going to get suggested on social media algorithms. So this is really important that we talk about this. And I'm going to give you a lot of good answers. So again, start working on the title. Make the title less than 7 words or less. Anything more than that, people won't engage. And also, you want to find the questions that people are asking, the pain points. These are what people are going to Google for and ChatGPT on AI. They are looking for the answers to their problems. They're Googling it. They're going on AI, and they're looking for answers. It would be great if your podcast comes up. And the only way to do that is to start engaging not just the people that listen to your podcast episode once, but also the search engines and AI. I'm going to show you how to do that. So you definitely want to thumb up this video. You definitely want to follow me and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and also become a successful podcaster. Now, we're not done yet, because we want to talk about monetizing. Maybe you think that you're not succeeding because you're not making money. A lot of people base success on how much money they can make. And you want to make money podcasting. Almost 99% of the podcasters that I talk to say they want to make money. They want to monetize. And only 10% of that 99% are actually making money. Do you think that they feel like they're succeeding? Yes, because money also measures success. A lot of people might not agree with that, but a lot of people want to make money, and once you make money, they succeed. And making money in podcasting shows your success. Now, We have to keep talking about this because I'm going to show you how to monetize your podcast on this free masterclass. Now, I'm going to give you a very quick tip right now. I want you to join Commission Junction. Search Google for cj.com and join some affiliate programs that actually match the topic of your podcast topic. Okay? You don't, like, in other words, if you're a sports podcast, you do not want to sell food. Okay? And you could make money through selling food on affiliate programs. If you're a sports podcast, you don't want to sell computers. Maybe if you're a technology podcast or a product review podcast, you can sell anything you want on affiliate programs. But I have made so much money on affiliate programs. I know you will. And these are links you get commission. You get anywhere from 5 to 30% commission. There are literally thousands of affiliate programs out there for podcasters to make money on. And I want you to succeed as well. So I want to help you. I want to help you monetize your podcast. Now, the other thing too is, really cool thing is Amazon. Join Amazon. Amazon is a really great affiliate program because they sell everything. And you could just sell books to your audience members. And your audience members will buy those books. You get a link. You put the link in your show notes. You tell people, hey, I want you to buy this book. I'm reviewing this book. It's about whatever the pain point is about your whatever your podcast episode is talking about. And you will make money. And you say to people, I am putting this link in the show notes. Click it. And that's another thing too. I'm going to show you how to succeed by optimizing your show notes for Google, for AI, and for people as well. So it's all important. All right, I'll see you in the very next video. And you know what it is. We're going to talk about it. And keep just watching my videos. Subscribe, thumb up, like this video. And I want to help you succeed with your podcast. I'm Bruce Chamoff. Also, you can sign up your podcast for free with the World Podcast Network at worldpodcast.network.